I'm breaking every single bamboo.
People are going to think this is all that unvaccinated kids do.
Joe Hendrick's kids are part of a growing number of children in the U.S. who are unvaccinated. But unlike other unvaccinated families, Joe's lives in Rockland County, New York, where a first-of-its-kind ultimatum has been put into effect. Get your kids vaccinated or keep them out of public spaces.
Locations included in this countywide ban include shopping centers, restaurants, schools, and places of worship. People were poisoned with this. People have issues. They died or, had mental issues because of vaccines that were supposed to be helping them.
Do you ever consider changing your mind, making a different decision for your family?
No, I don't, because taking away the right to choose, that's more of a problem to me than somebody not getting a vaccine. Putting a needle in somebody's arm and injecting them with something that, could potentially have, fetus enzymes or something like a DNA from another baby or something in there, telling people that they have to do something like that. There's something fundamentally wrong with the community that you're in.
Use a highlighter.
No, I don't. I just...
You circle them?
No. I read it.
No, but that's not what it says. It says highlight, so use a highlighter.
The county announced the ban on unvaccinated kids in public just last week, after 6 months of an escalating measles outbreak. Joe's family now has a lot to juggle between this, his real estate job, a newborn baby, and his wife on maternity leave. With the ban in place and your kids now having to stay at home, what's that going to do to your job and your wife's career?
Oh, it's going to make it next to impossible to do work. As I was sitting here today trying to, go through what I'm going through, I have the kids asking me questions, they want my attention, and, I need to make sure that they're learning as well.
Jax, are you paying attention? Yes.
98% of the 161 reported measles cases have been of Orthodox Jewish residents in tight-knit parts of the county, and Joe's not Jewish. But according to the local health department, there are secular communities with similarly low vaccination rates. The county has to manage a much wider group of people who've put personal choice over public health.
To say that the county is looking out for everyone's best need in this, when there are 4 active cases right now in the county, and it's in a limited community that has no real access to the rest of us. They don't go to the same stores, we don't go to the same places, we're not in the same schools. So I think it's really a bogus idea to think that we're jeopardizing the greater good here.
Do you think that there are families in the town, in the county, who see the decision to not vaccinate your kids as a threat to their family's health and rights?
Yes, and it's a really irrational fear, because if they are vaccinated, what do they have to fear?
A lot, according to doctors. Newborns who haven't been vaccinated, pregnant women, and people going through chemotherapy are all vulnerable. And it doesn't matter if you don't live near the Orthodox neighborhood where the outbreak began. All it takes is using the same rest stop or sharing an Uber. The measles is one of the most contagious diseases known to man. In order to protect a community, you have to reach herd immunity, or about a 95% vaccination rate. Every person who chooses to not vaccinate jeopardizes the rest of the herd.
Just reported 31 new measles cases this past week. 31 in a week.
How do you fight misinformation specifically? Because there are people concerned about personal freedoms, but there are also people who have disagreements about the science.
There are some people who are going to believe what they wish to believe regardless. There's no way I'm changing your mind.
County Executive Ed Day and Health Commissioner Dr. Patricia Ruppert called a second press conference, encouraging people again to come forward for free vaccines.
It's the time to do this is now, whether you be Christian or Jewish.
Rockland County announced the ban after months of people being uncooperative, hanging up the phone, closing the door on inspectors, and refusing to report cases, all while more people caught the disease. But the health commissioner's staff and inspectors have been dealing with the groundwork. How do you battle the disease, but also make sure you're not fanning flames of fear or anti-Semitism?
They're all our patients. The way I feel in this county is I'm the doctor for all of the people in this county, 327,000 Rocklanders.
One thing that we've heard from some of the unvaccinated families has been there are 150 plus confirmed cases over the last several months, but there are only about 4 people who actively have the measles right now. Should we really be concerned?
But that does not nearly state the number of true cases in the county. For every case of measles, it's been estimated that 18 other people are exposed.
There are families who are not part of the Orthodox community, but also do not vaccinate. And they feel a bit like they've been singled out.
We worked with the state and determined that that group should be included as well. And their vaccination rate was lower than we would see in the religious community, much lower.
Should they have to decide between getting vaccines and participating in the school systems that they pay into?
Yes, they should have to decide.
Does having a newborn around give you any second thoughts?
It actually serves to embolden me. A lesser of two evils, isn't the best choice for anybody. I would actually consider moving sooner than that.
You would consider moving before you just got a vaccine to be over with this situation?
Yeah. I'd rather move and make sure my family is safe and we have the right to choose for ourselves instead of being forced into something that could have potentially hurt my child.